Lately, I've been thinking about my art goals and what it would look like when I finally reach them. Have you ever thought about this? I mean, what would it look like if I finally got somewhere close to, let's say, legend status? Imagine if I could draw as well as Kim Jong Ji. After thinking about this, I came to a rather interesting conclusion. Hi, I'm Vincent, and over the last several years, I've been tracking and journaling my art journey here on this channel. And today, I want you to imagine with me what happens when you finally reach your art goals. What would that look like? Things would be so different, right? Okay, so think about it. If I could draw as good as Kim Jong Ji, some things would be pretty obviously different, right? I mean, I would probably get invited to so many art conferences, and I could go around and meet all my art inspirations, and they would know me, and I would know them. I would be like, yo, right? I mean, people would probably just pay me to show up at events, and they would recognize me. Like, people would recognize me wherever I go. Well, maybe not. I don't know. Artists aren't really that popular, right? But I would probably have my own crew of people who would follow me around and help me out, and would probably have a fan club that follows me everywhere I went. And people would make YouTube videos, how to draw like Vincent. And I would make so much money off my drawings. I would probably be rich. Yeah, yeah. There are many things that would change. But the more I thought about this, those things that I listed aren't really related to drawing at all. Those things would happen if you were good at anything. As a matter of fact, you probably don't even have to be good for those things to happen, just popular or famous. So, if I was famous, yeah, I would get invited to a lot of conferences, probably parties, and I could meet, yeah, all the famous people who've inspired me, or and people would probably show up, pay me to show up at events, and they would recognize me. Probably need some people around me to help me out, and I'd have fans, and yeah, people would still make YouTube videos about me. And yeah, if you're famous, you'd probably be rich. But yeah, that's not so much focused on the drawing and art side, is it? So the question is, how would my drawing practice look different? How would my drawing and art life be different if I was a legend like Kim Jong Ji? And I thought about this for a bit, and I came up with some things, right? So yeah, I would probably draw all kinds of crazy things, right? Yeah, and fill up like tons of sketchbooks with just drawings and drawings, and I would draw everywhere, not just on sketchbooks. I would draw on sheets of paper, on envelopes, just like Kim Jong Ji, right? And yeah, probably on some days I would just open up my sketchbooks and look back at stuff, right? And I would show others my sketchbooks, of course. Yeah, those are those are some pretty cool stuff I would do. But somehow this list seems pretty boring, and it is actually pretty boring because in reality, all of this drawing related stuff you could do now as a beginner. You could do it as an intermediate. You could do it as a professional who just hasn't reached a god tier status. All these things you could do right now. You could draw all types of crazy things. You can fill up sketchbooks. You can draw everywhere all the time. You could go back and look through your old sketchbooks, and you could even show others your drawings. Because in reality, what that list is just saying is that once I reach that legendary status, I would draw a lot. And surprise, surprise, you can do this at any level. You can do this today. So, this is the thing, right? When it comes to art, so many of us are rushing to get better. And don't get me wrong here, there is nothing wrong with rushing to get better. But the bad part about it is, so many of us are getting frustrated and bent out of shape and quitting because we are not making the progress fast enough. We can't wait to get to that next level where we can finally do what? Do the same things that we are doing now. Somehow we think that once we reach that next level, we will suddenly start enjoying things that we didn't enjoy at the previous level. We don't enjoy sketchbooking now, but you bet, when I'm better, all of a sudden, I will be super motivated. It's almost laughable. Okay, so I hear you, and I can see you typing your rebuttal right now in the comment section. No, I will be happier because I will actually like the drawings I do. Ha, yeah, gotcha. But I think this is also a misconception. In my previous video, I showed some of the academic drawings I did very early on in my learning, and they are amazing. And yet, I was not happier then than I am now. As a matter of fact, I have no plans to do those types of drawing anytime again in the near or distant future. That's just how unenjoyable that process was for me. And yet, every time I pull out those drawings, people are amazed. I know you think you will magically start having fun just because your drawings are better, but I'm sorry to tell you, it won't work. You still won't draw because you just don't like and enjoy the process. Or you just find other things more interesting. And that's just the truth. I've lived through that already. Right now is the time to start enjoying your drawings and the drawing process. It doesn't matter what level you are at. If you don't learn to enjoy them now, you will reach the next level and you will still be miserable. You really need to ask yourself this question: why am I doing this? Is it to get the things in that first list? The things that being famous and popular brings? Or is it to get the things in the second list, the things that drawing brings? If it's just for the things that fame brings, then there are probably much better ways to get those things than trying to do it through going through drawing and art. There are just better ways. But if you think you're truly doing this for the art and the love of drawing, then you need to embrace the thing that drawing brings, which is just more drawing to be done. So what are you waiting for? Start drawing. And if you're looking for a channel that will do everything to keep you motivated on your art journey, I'd also invite you to consider clicking the like button, subscribing, leaving a comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.